I didn't join this business to meet people or to sell. Our audience so often says, I hate networking. Oh my gosh, I hate it. I hate meeting new people. Our audience is consultants and lawyers and accountants and account managers at big healthcare companies. They've spent a decade or two or three building their expertise, and they like to help people, but they don't necessarily like meeting new people.
Well, your audience is not alone if they have this natural resistance. We know from research coming out of NCI that close to two-thirds of professionals, even professionals whose business depends on relationships, are really actively resistant or reluctant to the idea of thinking about networking. And this makes perfect sense. Our relationships are in many ways the thing that we hold most dear and sacred. So the idea of being intentional or strategic about them is morally off-putting for many. In fact, there's a lovely experiment that when they ask people just simply think about the idea of networking, so going out to a professional event with the idea that you're going to get something, you're going to meet a new business lead, you're going to try to get a job lead, when people were just simply asked to recall that idea versus thinking about something much more neutral, and when they filled out a word completion task, so imagine you see the words W blank SH. People who thought about this idea of instrumental professional networking were twice as likely to think of a word like wash rather than a really neutral word like wish. What this is really capturing is a very deep moral and psychological aversion to the idea of thinking strategically about relationships. Networking is certainly important, and one of the best ways to overcome that is actually to think about what can you give in an interaction instead of what can you get. A lot of what I try to do in my work is show that it's not just networking that matters, it's actually networks. And by starting to understand what your network looks like and what its current strengths are, it's going to be a far more effective approach than focusing on just simply the number of people you know.